Look at this, look at this. In the last episode, we did all of these experiments over here to see if the mycelium would disappear underneath the water or underneath the cobblestone, and I completely forgot to go back and check it. Well, actually, I did go back and check it, but I forgot to include that bit in the episode edit. Never mind, we can go and check the results right now. I'm pretty confident the results are going to be obvious. It looks like dirt to me, so let's lift up this water like that. And yes, it does look like water will get rid of the mycelium, so that's a pretty convenient way of getting rid of it. If you just wait, and if we look at the cobblestone here, yes, it's also turned back to dirt. However, this process to me seems a lot more annoying. Time to head home, I think, and I can't wait to get off this island. I need a shower, there's just fungus everywhere. Alright, where are we? Wait, what's that? What is that? Welcome back everybody, it's me, BugmanCX. Here we are in Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release in this series which we call The Journey. This is an exercise in the history of Minecraft where we upgrade a survival world of Minecraft through every historical version we can get our hands on and upgrade it all the way through to the current release. And I've just come off the Mushroom Island which we discovered in the last episode, only to find this, a rather strange, ominous-looking structure out there in the middle of the Nether, and I thought we were just surrounded by red, fleshy blocks, lava, and glowstone. Oh, and that weird soul sand stuff. But no, it looks like the Nether has a lot more to offer. So I think in today's episode, we're going to have to head over there and figure out what all this is about. There are some significant gameplay changes for the adventure update that were being added all throughout the Beta 1.9 pre-releases. Two of the major features planned for the adventure update were potion brewing and enchanting, but in this series we upgrade from version to version, so we'll have to explore these features and changes bit by bit and version by version until they're eventually fully implemented by the end of Beta 1.9. And we can't overlook anything, because the way something works in Beta 1.9 pre-release might be different to how it behaves in Beta 1.9 pre-release too, so we're going to have to be extremely thorough. Jeb was working on implementing the potion brewing system, and because potion brewing requires all sorts of new items and mob drops, it gave Jeb an opportunity to overhaul the Nether by adding the new Nether Fortress which we saw before, and adding some new mobs and changing some of the drops for the existing ones. This might take us a bit more than one episode to get through, but let's explore the Nether a bit more and see what we can find, taking it change by change. Now for the potion brewing system, there are 3 new mob drops available in Beta 1.9, and here they all are. I wonder what they could all be. 2 of these come from existing mobs, and 1 comes from a brand new mob, so let's see how many we can get over the course of the episode. One of the mobs I want to revisit here in the Nether are our good old friends, the zombie pigman, because the zombie pigman used to have a chance of dropping a cooked pork chop on death, but now they no longer drop that and now drop rotten flesh as a possible drop instead. So you used to be a good food source if you were willing to put up with the fact that they'd attack you if the player would attack them. But now, not so much for a good food source. But we're here in the Nether. I'm a bit worried that they might attack me if I attack them, but we're going to give this a try. All right, come on you, let's go. Let's just see what happens if all of these zombie pigmen will attack me. Unfortunately, these 2 dropped nothing, so we're going to have to cull some more of them. All right, you, let's see what you'll give me. Come on. All right, there we go. Rotten flesh dropped by this zombie pigman. Nothing too exciting about that. We've seen rotten flesh before. The zombies drop it on the overworld. I can't eat it at the moment. I don't really want to, but I'm going to kill a few more and see what else we can get. Well, we have a few friends here, and I'm a little bit worried about what might happen if I attack one of them. There are quite a few, but let's just do it anyway. Oh, we've got a gold nugget. Okay, let's run on in, pick it up, and get out of here. Whew, all right, things seem pretty safe here, so let's have a look at this new gold nugget. It's a pretty small little thing. Let's have a look at it in the inventory here. As you can see, it doesn't currently have an item name tooltip, but we do know that it is a gold nugget, and if we get 9 of these, we can craft a gold ingot. Too easy, fellas. They don't even know what's happened. But look, I do have 9 little gold nuggets here, and I should be able to turn these into a gold ingot. So let's put down the crafting table right in front of us, and let's see what we can do. I should just be able to arrange them like so, and look at that, gold ingot. So we should be able to farm gold ingots now if we can figure out some way of farming gold nuggets from you lot, but that's something I'm going to save for another day because we have more mob drops to find. Oh, and before I forget, is it possible to take the gold ingot and get nuggets back? No. So if we need to use nuggets in a future brewing recipe, we're going to have to get them from pigmen. Check this out, we now have a beautiful new corridor going all the way from 500 blocks in that direction, which is the ravine area, all the way out to here, and just around the corner here is the portal to the Mushroom Island, so now it's very easy to get there, and just beyond that, as we know, is the Nether Fortress, and I've started to build a bridge going out there, but I haven't been over there yet. We'll get there soon, I hope. But before we do, I want to kind of go back out into the Nether and see if we can discover some of these other mob drops that we've heard so much about. I'm wondering if there's... Hey! There's another person down there! And what's that weird cubey thing? We better go and check this out. The Nether. A treacherous dimension of fleshy netherrack lining every surface, and immense lava lakes that span as far as the eye can see. Here, in this unforgiving climate, it's hard to imagine that anything could survive. But life flourishes. From its more subdued tribal inhabitants, the zombie pigman, to Minecraft's apex predator, the ghast. Even here, in the hot, molten abyss, life emerges. A magma cube. A creature living in the fiery, molten depths, the magma cube leaps aimlessly from place to place, changing direction every few seconds in search of its prey, the player. Sensing its prey from 16 blocks away, once it locks on, it will turn and leap towards it. With each jump, its segmented body stretches like a giant spring, capable of projecting itself 1.5 times its body size, leaving behind it a trail of fire and embers. If attacked and fatally injured, its body will split into smaller cubes, like a mother giving birth to its litter, each a new independent life form. These medium-sized cubes can be split further down into smaller cubes, but beyond this, they cannot survive. And even here, Mother Nature is not without its sense of humor. Despite having evolved from the fiery lava pits of the Nether, the lava itself becomes the magma cube's worst enemy because, rather incredibly, the magma cube can become trapped in the lava lakes, unable to escape. Oh, I think we saw them just up here. Ah, they've gone already. But hey, look at this. It's one of those weird new magma cubes. You seem to be stuck on that lava, buddy. Sorry. I've heard a little bit about these. They were added by Jeb to the Nether, but they weren't intended to drop anything, at least not yet. So I don't think this mob is going to be able to give us one of the new mob drops that we're looking for. Ow. I better get out of here before this thing kills me. Ah! And it was Jeb who created the magma cube, but it was originally going to be called a lava slime. Jeb said it started out as a retexturing of the slime for the Nether. It was just going to be a lava slime, but then when I named it that, I felt it was a bit lazy to retexture a mob. I wanted to make it more unique. I can't really remember how I came up with the idea to have a layered block, but it's one of my favourite mobs now. It really intrigues me. It doesn't stand out in any particular way, I just really like it. Well, so far we've learned that zombie pigmen now drop gold ingots, and the new magma cube drops nothing. So where does that leave us? Oh no! The ghast! That's right, it looks like it's going to be the ghast. I'm going to have to see if the ghast drops anything new, but unfortunately, if I do it over the lava, I'm going to lose that drop. And the ghast just roam around. They don't have a particular target in mind. I mean, their fireballs have a target, but it doesn't look like anything dropped from that other than experience. But unfortunately, they just wander around aimlessly, so there's no way to lure one, and there's no way to ensure that we're definitely going to get a drop. I'm just going to have to continuously roam the nether until we find ghasts and see if we can get a drop from them. Oh, we're under attack again, but I think this one might be over some netherrack, so let's aim for it, and hopefully within... Oh, got your ghast ball back. Within 2 shots, we should be able to kill it. And we have. It's exploded some XP. Let's go and see if we've got anything. Gunpowder. Nope. Just regular old gunpowder. Oh, we have another one in our sights. Hopefully this one will fly right over me. Yes, that's exactly where we want you. One more. Got it. Anything? Anything? Gunpowder. Gunpowder! Here's a little bit of ghast trivia for you. Did you know that the sound effects for the ghast were actually recordings of C418's cat? I think everybody probably knows that by now, but it's really fun, isn't it? How do you coax a ghast across a lava lake? Oh, I wish I knew. Oh, twins! Okay, we gotta get ready for this. Carnage! Last one. Come on. All right, surely we got something from this. Gunpowder. Gunpowder. Oh, okay. This one looks like a bit of a tricky one. It's so high. All right, let's see. Oh, missed. Got it. Okay, one more shot should do it. Come on. Ow. Come on, ghast. Where are you? And... Yes, yes. Okay, let's head down and see if we got anything. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I think we've got one. This looks like the ghast here. Let's go in and take a closer look. Oh, baby, it's a ghast here. Well, it looks like it's going to be a bit difficult if we want to farm those things, but at least we have one. That just leaves one more mob drop. And to find it, I think we're going to have to go into this Nether Fortress. So I'm actually armored up for a change and I'm ready to head over. But before we do, let's have a look at some of the images that Jeb tweeted out before Beta 1.9 was released. His first picture showed the Nether Fortress in a very dark image, but with the brightness turned up, we can see things a little bit better. A couple of days later, Jeb tweeted out another picture saying, spoiler warning. This one shows the catwalks going across the nether pillars, and if we brighten this one up, we can see things a little bit more clearly too. It also shows a few smaller structures, and it also shows the scale of the fortress, with a whole separate section up the back of this image. Right before the Beta 1.9 release went out, Jeb sent one more tweet saying, finished most of the nether stuff, which includes 2 new hostile mobs. We've already seen the magma cube, so I guess we're going to find the other one somewhere inside the Nether Fortress. Alright, let's head in. Look at this thing. It's pretty difficult to see exactly what's going on from way down here, but it looks like there's a little bit of a broken up gangway up there, and this humongous wall here. I have a feeling that this thing would have been easier to get into from the top, but we're down here at the bottom, so let's head up and have a look at this brand new block. So this is the new nether brick, and this block is exclusive to the Nether Fortress. It's also a very, very slow block to break, but that's okay. Let's have a quick look at it here. Yes, the nether brick, and this block is able to make up fences and stairs, but we'll have a little bit of a look at that later, because right now I need to dig my way up here and get ourselves inside. Well, we've made it inside and it looks like a big structure full of corridors. And you can also see it has windows with these bars in between, but they're not actually bars. These are the nether brick fence, and they should look pretty similar to regular fences. They're just made from nether brick instead of wood. But let's go off exploring and see what we can find. Right around this corner are the new nether brick stairs. Pretty unexciting so far, just a lot of corridors. Let's have a look up the top here. Look at this. What's all this? This looks like some kind of plant. Let's see if we can harvest some of this and have a little bit of a look at it. This is the nether wart, and this is going to be a crucial ingredient for potion brewing coming up very, very soon. As you can see, this plant grows on the soul sand and it has multiple stages of growth as well. This one looks like it's actually full size, so if I break that, yes, I get more than one nether wart back. So if I grow this, I should be able to farm it and then have an infinite supply of it over the long term. So I'm going to pick up all of these and take all of these home with me. Well, I've been wandering around corridors after corridors after corridors, but out here I think we get an idea of the size and scale of the place. Look at this, it's huge pillars out here over the lava lake, which do look pretty amazing. And out here we have a catwalk going across the top of these just like that, with a couple of little structures here and over there. Looks like something very interesting, which I think we're going to have to go and check out in a moment. But how do I get from here to there? Maybe over there? I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring and see if I can get out there without having to bridge across. And here, I think I found it just behind this pig man. Oh, hello. Are you friendly? I don't think you're friendly. Oh, you are definitely not friendly. Oh. So this is the Blaze. As you can see, they're a new mob exclusive to the Nether Fortress. They'll just spawn in the Nether Fortress areas. And as you can see, ouch, they shoot fireballs at the player, causing me all sorts of burning agony. That one seems to have despawned, but this one here, as you can see, when they get angry, they'll get surrounded in fire, and that means that they're about to shoot. So you can also see that they can float in the sky. This one can fly up and down. Ow, ow, okay, I'm definitely gonna get out of here. I wanna get a closer look though. The Blaze is a new hostile mob that provides a tough challenge while exploring the Nether Fortress. But where did the idea for this mob come from? Jeb said, I wanted to add a monster in the Nether that would shoot fire at the player. Over time I tried to iterate on different looks and appearances, and that's what turned out to be the Blaze. When the ghasts were introduced in Alpha, they'd shoot fireballs at you, but the fireball texture was just borrowed from the snowball. When the Blaze fires at you, it's also shooting a fireball, but a smaller, scaled down version. Now in Beta 1.9, the fireballs have their own textures. And if we look closely at the Blaze, we can see that its main body is actually a little floating head with little eyes looking back at you. But the original prototype of the Blaze didn't even have eyes. Jeb said, the reason Blazes look like they do is that all the mobs are stuck to cuboid shapes, so I couldn't make something more flame-like, but I wanted them to look magical, rather than them having arms and legs. In the end, it's kind of simple, just a few rods rotating this blocky core. But in order to have the mobs have some sort of personality, you need to make sure you can see their eyes. The first couple of versions didn't have eyes, and it made them very uninteresting in my opinion. In another interview, Jeb said that without eyes, they just look like a yellow rock. I've decided to brave it and head out onto the catwalks here to see if we can kill one of these Blazes and see if it'll drop something for us. I'm pretty sure that this is the final new mob that's going to give us a brand new mob drop, but I don't seem to see any. There's a ghast over there and lots of pigmen, but I don't see any Blazes anywhere, which is pretty strange. Now we did see this thing at the end of the catwalk over here, so let's get up close and see what this is all about. Looks like, yes, a spawner, and it is a Blaze spawner. So this is going to be a great way of farming Blaze in the future. But for now, we need to see if we can kill some of these. These really are quite the challenge. They set fire to everything, and I think the best way to get them right now is probably the bow and arrow, because I can just pick them off from a distance. As you can see, I've created a little barrier here to try and protect myself from them a little bit. But come on. as you get closer to them, they tend to hover up into the air. So that gives you a little bit of an advantage. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. Yes, and we got a new drop as well. Let's get out of here and have a look. Oh, I don't like this. Back now in the relative safety of the Nether Fortress, and this is the new drop from the blaze. Let's have a look at it. It's the blaze rod, and this is going to be used in setting up for brewing, and I can't wait to find out how we can use this in the next few versions. Right now, this does nothing but look like a fancy golden rod in my hand, so I'm going to try and remember how to get home and bring all of these drops with me. Well, I would say that that's been a pretty productive episode today. We've discovered quite a few new things. We've discovered 2 new mobs, the magma cube and the blaze. We've also discovered 3 new mob drops, and that's the gold nugget, the ghast tear, and the blaze rod. We've also discovered this new plant that grows in the nether, which is called the netherwort, and I do believe that it won't actually grow here in the overworld dimension, and it'll only grow in the nether at the moment, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if anything changes with these that I've planted here. We've also discovered the Nether Fortress, which is made up of these 3 blocks here, the nether brick stairs, and the nether brick fences. And what's interesting and different about these fences is that you don't craft them in the same way as regular fences made from wood. What you actually do is take 6 nether bricks and arrange them like so, and with that you'll get 6 nether brick fences. And that's because there's no such thing as a nether brick stick, because obviously when you craft normal fences in this version of the game, it's done like this, and you'll only get 2 fences back from your crafting. Well, that ought to about do it for today's episode, so I want to say thank you for watching, and as always, a huge special thank you to my amazing patrons for supporting me. You're all wonderful. If you'd like to check me out, you can down below. There are links to Patreon, Discord, all the things down in the description box below. But I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, this has been BugmanCX. You've been watching Minecraft The Journey. Bye-bye.